Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Yes, this seems crazy to be having an upload months after the previous one, but as a senior with college apps, I haven't found the time to produce quality work and research that I'd like to publish online. That being said, I do want to continue work with this channel, especially in the beginning of 2026 when you will be seeing more uploads. But for this week's video, I invited a linguistics PhD student, Rhosean Asmah from the University of California at Berkeley, to discuss what it's really like to study linguistics. She's conducted lots of interesting research, and for me, I was particularly intrigued by the topic of phonetics in rap music. As always, I will read every question, comment, or suggestion down below. This is our conversation, and enjoy the episode. What really got you into linguistics? And I was just wondering, was there like a special defining moment or something that really encouraged you to pursue this path?
So I guess the first thing I want to say is that you have not discovered it late. Most people don't find linguistics until college. So you're sort of ahead. I found out about linguistics in high school. I was taking a lot of language classes, or not a lot, just two. I was taking French and Latin, and I was this is pretty cool. I like the culture stuff and the reading and all of that. But I think I'm interested in structure, and I don't know how I found out about the word linguistics, but I just Googled linguistics and did a lot of research, and I was this seems pretty cool, and it relates to all of these other things I'm interested in. So I guess I'll major in it in college, and I applied to schools based on that. It wasn't until I took ling classes from the start of undergrad, but it wasn't maybe until I say my sophomore year that I was oh, I am glad I'm doing this. Because I feel my first few classes, I was this is okay. But when I took historical linguistics, I was this is really fun. And when I took phonetics, my junior year, I thought it was really cool too.
When you applied as a linguistics major, did you have an idea, or were you thinking of double majoring? Because I feel from what I've heard, a lot of linguistics students they have a double major or some kind of minor.
So I think my plan when I was applying to undergrad was to major in linguistics and French and minor in Chinese, I think. It was something like that. And what I ended up doing was majoring in linguistics and minoring in French and art. Yeah, I honestly don't know what I was thinking.
That's all right. Me too.
I think definitely do linguistics if you enjoy it and feel it out. But I went in really determined, and I don't know, I took classes in other fields. I took a few English classes, and I took sociology and I took psychology. Maybe I think there was a bit where I was maybe I don't want to double major with French, but I didn't find anything else I wanted to also major in, or that I had enough time to major in. So I think I just stuck with the ling major.
Going into your research of it, because I found some on your website, and I was really impressed and really curious, because with phonetics, especially with rap, that's something that we would think about, we would hear about, but it's not something we would particularly study. So I'm curious, how did you find that particular niche?
How did I? Oh my gosh, this is really making me think. I'm why do I do what I do? So I think I might have been thinking about rap as just something an interesting linguistic object for a bit. And then I just had to do a project for a class. And I was oh, okay, I'll look at this variable in rap music. There's been work on rap music and linguistics before, so it wasn't totally new. But it hasn't really, people haven't really done a lot of work in that space recently, and the focus has been pretty limited. But I mean, I the reason I sort of stuck with it is because I like rap music, right? I think language, performed language is interesting. I don't know. I just think it's cool. And it's I want to be able to do research on Black people / with Black people, and because that doesn't happens in parts of linguistics, but not all. So I just wanted to fill all of those gaps.
Got it. What is it doing research for linguistics?
So it can look a lot of different ways. So I can talk about a few of my experiences because I feel like I have a pretty wide range. So the project that's on my website about like looking at like Megan Thee Stallion's like rap and speech or like in like casual speech, that is sort of like sociolinguistics, phonetics. So like what people call sociophonetics. And that kind of research is like, I get the data, right? So like this was like downloading a lot of songs from YouTube, like listening to the songs. The variable I was looking at is if like it's called like coronal stop deletion. So like if you say a T or a D at the end of a word. So like, do I say best or do I say best? Like that kind of thing. And so it's like just like download the songs, get the lyrics, look for the words, say if I hear that T or a D or if I don't. And so like that's what that looks like. And then I guess there's also just sort of like research, like reading like sociolinguistic theory and like trying to like find explanations for why deletion like might be happening or not. There's also like I've also done like some psycholinguistic work, and that's like about how you learn language and how you process language. And that mostly looks like experiments. So I was a lab manager at the University of Maryland for a bit, and like all of these projects had started before I got there, but we would have kids come into the lab, we give them this study that's like testing this specific grammatical thing. We see the answers they choose, we analyze that. So that's like really different from the Megan Thee Stallion stuff. A lot of people at Berkeley do like documentation, revitalization work. So I also worked with a professor and some other students and with Yurok people, like the Yurok tribe, to write a story. And it involved like reading old notes that like someone in the 1900s had like taken with a speaker of Yurok, like sort of like translating that into English and like looking at the grammatical stuff that was going on and then like making that available to the people, like to the like people in the tribe now. So like research in linguistics can look like a lot of different things.
Okay.
Yeah. Like if you like end up majoring in it and like you like it, like you'll find some niche, but like it can, like one of my best friends does like syntax. I don't know what he does. Like I don't like or I have it like I couldn't do what he does without like getting a lot more training because it's like theoretical work that like I don't know how to do. But he also doesn't really know how to do what I do either. So like there's a lot of different options.
I just like out of curiosity, because you mentioned like there's like so many different like parts of theoretical, like there's like syntax, morphology, phonetics. About like how many people are in your class? It seems like quite like a small amount per like.
It's definitely a small amount, especially compared to other majors. When my undergrad was at the University of Pennsylvania. I feel like my classes there were like, my Ling classes there were like 10 to 15.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like, because like pretty small, like I think across the entire, there are like 10 majors per year. So like 40 people at a school of like 10,000 undergrads, right? Which
yeah, it's like
just like
crazy.
That many. There were some like bigger classes like intro to linguistics, sociolinguistics. Those might be like 50 to 100. Or like sometimes Ling classes will fulfill different requirements. And so like that means they'll get like more like people outside of linguistics taking them. But I feel like classes can be pretty small. I am the like teaching assistant for a class this semester at Berkeley, and it's like 50 students. So I think it also depends on the school. Yeah, there's also a lot more Ling majors here. There's like 100, I think.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I heard that like Berkeley has quite an established linguistics program, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
When you told people you were like gonna start as like linguistics, did you get any like misconceptions? Because I realized when people ask me, their first thing is always like, "Oh, how many languages do you speak?" And I'm like, that's not it.
You will experience that for, like again, like if you like major in linguistics, all of that, like people think that all the time. I feel like if I'm tired, I'm like, I just speak English and like like I leave it at that.
Okay.
Um, but like if I'm not, or if I'm feeling like explaining more, I'm like, oh, like it's not about how many languages you speak, though a lot of linguists like do speak like a decent amount of languages. It's about like understanding how languages work. And sometimes that makes it make more sense to people. Other times they'll be like, but how many languages do you speak? And then you're like, three.
Yeah.
And you just like in the conversation. But yeah, definitely a lot of misconceptions.
I was wondering, are you like conducting any research right now, or do you have any plans for what you might do in this?
Yeah, right now I'm actually trying to wrap up a few projects. So like there's the Megan Thee Stallion stuff, and like I'm trying to like go through all of her albums. So I have like three more to do. But I also might want to look at more variables. So that like might mean like not starting over, but like starting from the beginning again with those variables. So that's one thing. I'm working on a paper about phonation, which is like I'm trying to say this without jargon. It's sort of like the quality of your voice. So I can like have a breathy voice, like hi, my voice is breathy, or like creaky voice, like the Valley Girl things, like hey, like ah, like that kind of thing. So like I have a paper that's like looking at that in vowels in this language spoken in Ghana. I have that. I have another project that's about how, do you know who Glorilla is by any chance?
I've Wait, they had a recent collaboration with another artist, right?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
has like a song with Megan Thee Stallion
Okay.
and like other people too.
Okay, yeah, I
But,
think
like,
I've heard of it, yeah.
like there's a song where she says, I'm gonna throw an R in any word that got a U in it. And then also there's like all of this stuff online about her accent. Like she's from Memphis, Tennessee. And she says like music, merzik, and
Oh.
community, community. And my friend and I were like, yo, this is sort of wild. Let's try to find a paper on it, because we assumed there'd been research on it, but there isn't any really. So over the summer, me and my advisor went to Memphis and interviewed a bunch of people.
Nice.
And so now just to like get a sense of like what the Memphis accent is. And now we're working to analyze that data. Those are the main projects I have going on right now. They all take a lot of time.
I'm
Unfortunately.
sure. Then my final question would just be like, do you have any advice? Or, because like you just conduct like such interesting things and you seem to be really enjoying it. So
Yeah, like I do like it for sure. Well, one, I feel like the fact that like I don't know, like that you like reached out to me, that like you have like your YouTube channel, like all of that, like I feel like that's like you're already doing great. Like advice for college is like have a good time, do things you're interested in. I think it's like I don't feel like I like explored that much in college, but I did like get to do like so many things I thought like were really fun. And I took a poetry class, which like led to me being like editor-in-chief of this magazine like my senior year. And like I got to go to France, like I got to like travel through school. But yeah, like like when you go to college, you're gonna have like so many opportunities. Like definitely take advantage of them. I feel like that's my biggest piece of advice. Also, like have fun. It's hard not to be stressed in school, but like try not to stress, because like you have like all of the time in the world. I don't know if that's like good advice, but that's what I would say.
I think that's like general, like
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for telling me a bit more about your research, and I really appreciate it. And hopefully, I get into Berkeley, or like fingers crossed. Like hopefully all goes well. But yeah, thank you for spending time with me to talk about it today.